So this one popped up Sunday, Monday, and this one, which I believe is celery, is working its way up there. And then we have our 2 peppers. So then back on the yellow deck, we have these remaining. So we've got our lettuce. This lettuce is the same kind of lettuce as this one. That one came in the typical plastic container. So we thought after using it, we would put it in here. So let's take a look at the roots. We opened this up a little bit just to do that, or let the roots out into the water. So we have a bubbler going, and I don't want to pull that whole bottom off, but I'll take care of that later. So we're gonna see how that goes. What we have here is actually a celery, and I think this is a strawberry plant. So I'm gonna separate these two. I was soaking a couple of the pucks, and we're gonna take care of that later. Then this is our tomato. This hasn't done anything. So just to show you the difference, if you were to put your seed just into rock wool, there you go. Look, see that little bit of growth that's just happening now. So this is taken twice as long as this one. Same seed packet. It just, I put this seed went into here. So in the this is taken, putting the seed just into this plug has taken an extra week for it to germinate. So these little Jiffy plugs, they work really well. Now I wanted to just address the tomato plant here, because it was getting really leggy, and we put a popsicle stick in to hold it up. So when you get leggy seedlings, there's a couple reasons. Number one is light. So if you buy something like this, so this was the original little dome, and it came with this one light. This light is definitely not enough for your plants. So we use work lights right now. We have a full spectrum panel that's coming from China that we bought off AliExpress, and that will work to fill this up. So what we use for these now is 2 LED work lights that generate quite a bit of light. Number 2 is too much heat. So they sell those mats that generate heat for seedlings, and in nature, when you're planting a seed in the dirt, it's not warm like that. So having too much warmth underneath and as a heating pad can cause this. The other thing that can cause this is watering from the top. So with these plugs, as they're growing, you want the little spray bottle, but what you want to do actually is water from the bottom. So you can see there's no root, there is no roots that are developing, but you want to water these from the bottom as opposed to the top so that the roots develop. So with these ones, they still have to break through the surface, but you can see there's a root coming out. So I'll give that a little bit of water, let that sit in there. This one has been a little bit of a transplant. So there's no roots coming through yet. This one, see, how's that one looking? I don't know if I can get closer to the light so that you can see a bit better. I had to take this one apart because it was starting to look like a paper clip right on the top. This one I had not been watering from the bottom, I'd been watering from the top. And so because I was watering it from the top, the plant was developing up at the surface of the little puck. So now it can do its thing in the soil and come up on its own time. Now, I did do 2 of these because I want to transplant this one because I have two in there. I believe it's a strawberry and a celery. Now this one has been in the water for a week. And you can see we're getting some root growth. So you can kind of, here I'll put it over by the light. You can see we're getting a little bit of that white there, that's root growth. So this one might be a little bit of a challenge, but I'm going to take this puck apart and take one of those out. I'm also going to take the tomato plant out of here that we saw already and put it into a puck. You can see this one for me has been taking way too long, but there's no nutrients in the rock wool. It's completely inert. So I have two of those that I've set up. Now I want to show you the root growth that's happening on our tomato plant. There. One of the other ways that you can fix the legginess is actually just rubbing the plant stem. I was blowing on this one as it was growing to get it to strengthen its stalk, and it is working to do that. So the root growth has been really good, and it smells amazing when you start rubbing this stalk. The aroma of the tomato coming through is wonderful. So we almost don't need the popsicle stick, but the one thing I don't like about having the popsicle stick is wicking the water up the popsicle stick. Okay, I'm going to transition. I'm going to take this and this one, and I'm going to meet you over at the little workbench. These are my two plugs that I soaked overnight. This is the box that they come in, the pellet refills. I think this was like just a few dollars. That's what they look like. I think I showed you last time. Let them sit in water, they fill up. As you can see, there's our little tomato plant. And so the roots are actually firmly kind of embedded into the rock wool. I don't even want to separate him out of there. I'm just putting him into here. And not the best fold, but these I just put in because they like to hold the moisture in, and that'll go back in there. We'll just pack that down just a bit. You can kind of see it's just right near the surface. He'll be fine. Now I have to make one. I thought I had one more yogurt cup, but next is these two. Now the roots for that one are right there, so I'm going to come in from this side and we'll have a look and see. There we go. There's the root for this guy right there. Look at that. Really nice. This one's probably been in for about 3 weeks, I would say. And I believe that is our celery. Okay, open this one up. And now we're just going to lay this in there. There we go. Celery, they love water. So I will be right back with another one of these tins. Made a couple more of these real quick with the soldering iron and the plastic, and I'll put this in. And as I've discovered, it's nice to take part of this and stick it in the bottom to elevate our seed pod. This plant definitely reminds me a lot of corn when it's coming up and is just a seedling. Alright, so I have two more of these. I'll meet you back at the yellow box. We're back. I will put Mr. Strawberry back in here. Excellent root system growing on that little guy. This is our tomato. There you go. See him? Looking so sharp. Nice. Look at that little growth. That's good. Now we have our celery, we have our other tomato, we have these here. So that's it. Oh, and our lettuce. We didn't even talk about our lettuce today. He's looking super. Really excited. I'm going to pull this out. I want to see what the roots are like. Okay, there's a few roots. That's nice. Responding really well. And yeah, not that they told me, but they seem to really like the bubbler. We were going to do an experiment where we would have one box with a bubbler, one box without, but we thought we would just use this anyway. We set our bubbler up above our water level, so we don't need to put the valve in. These come with valves to prevent water from going into your machine. I'll just open this up for you. You can have a quick look. There's our water stone. And no real roots to speak of, but these are sitting just inside the water line. And the Kratky method really is just that easy. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. There's our update for this Saturday. We will join you next Saturday for another update. Have a look and see how they're doing then. Thanks for watching, everybody. We would love a thumbs up, a comment, a subscribe. All of those are great. They help build the channel. And we would love to heart your comment. Thanks very much, everyone. Have a good week.